Hello everyone, welcome to the channel. My name is Lisa and this is Fireplace. So today I'm just doing a regular house cleaning. I'm not going to be doing a deep cleaning or anything like that. We have guests coming over tomorrow. We're going to be celebrating my grandson's 3rd birthday. He's just growing up so fast. And it's just mostly going to be friends and family, so there's no need to do any crazy deep cleaning today. If you can't tell, my grandkids recently came and stayed with us, and we had a camp out in the backyard, and the next day it was raining, so we had to spend a lot of time in the house, and there's a lot of toys and things that got pulled out, blankets, toys, you name it. It's always fun when they come over, but sometimes honestly I don't know who makes the bigger mess. Is it Vincent or is it the grandkids? I'm not really sure. It's hard to tell. Usually I just start with flat surfaces, like the console table here and my fireplace and picture frames. I just kind of get everything wiped off and dusted down and put back and just make sure that it looks nice and neat. I feel like when you clean off and declutter your flat surfaces, it always makes a huge difference, and it makes it look like you've done a deep clean when you really haven't. This time of year around my house, it gets very, very, very dusty because the farmers are out. They're, working in their fields and kicking up all kinds of dirt. And it seems like my house is a big magnet for that dirt. Also, I have 2 dogs, and they are very furry dogs, especially my dog Bear. So I'm always cleaning up clumps of dog fur everywhere, as you can see by the mess on the floor there. I'm even going to pull this table out because I just want to make sure I get all the dust up. I don't know that anybody's going to be looking behind my table necessarily, but just in case if they do, I want to make sure all the dust bunnies are pulled up. If you've seen any of my videos, you already know that I like to clean in sections. When I do the living room, I usually start over here with the console table and dust everything and move everything out and sweep and then just put everything back. Sections just really seem to work well for me. We pulled out every blanket. I don't know why we always do, but for some reason when the grandkids are here, every blanket seems to get pulled out. I know sometimes Grandpa likes to build forts with them, and other times it's just to kind of cushion things. I just really don't know how they all get pulled out, but they sure do. I was straightening up the couch and I happened to notice that all of my pictures were crooked. I have no idea how long they have been crooked like that. But it only just took me a second and I just went through and straightened them all up. I'm guessing they probably got crooked either from the wind blowing in through the window or maybe flipping some of these blankets we dig out. I don't know. It's another one of those mystery things. How long had the pictures been crooked? The fireplace is another one of those flat surfaces that I just try and make sure I dust and keep straightened up. My birthday and anniversary and Mother's Day had come by, so I got lots of cards up there. And I just tried to make sure that they were, displayed nicely. Does anybody else just vacuum their couch with the vacuum sweeper like that? I just go through and I get all the major dog hair off with the big part of the sweeper, and then go through and kind of touch up all of the cracks with the hose part. And it seems to work good that way. I get a lot of dog hair on my couch. Like I said, my dogs are pretty hairy, especially my dog Bear. And I just go through and clean the cracks with the hose part. And I put dryer sheets in between my cushions. I seen this little hack on like TikTok or something, and I thought it was a really good little hack, and it just kind of keeps the couch smelling fresh. I like doing that. As you can see, all the dust that I collected sweeping all the different areas in the living room. It is no joke when it comes to dog hair and dust. That's for sure. It's a daily battle. So now that I got the living room basically done, I'm going to start in here on the dining room. As you can see, it is a mess. And really it's just about putting stuff away and wiping stuff down. Thank gosh it's not horrible. So I'm going to put all the kids' toys away that I threw them out of the living room into the hallway. Again, that's me sectioning, right? And of course, dog hair and dust, dog hair and dust. I'm always sweeping. So I keep an extra high chair and an extra booster seat here for my grandkids. It just makes mealtime a lot easier when they have their own seats they can sit in, they can reach their food, and they don't make such a mess. I'm going to open up the curtains and let some sunshine and fresh air in as I am straightening up this dining room. The first thing I'm going to tackle is this cabinet here. It just seems to be a catch-all. I'm not really sure how that happens, but it just does. It's a flat surface, so it catches everything. Just going to put everything away and then give it a good wipe down and replace the runner and my flowers, and it is done. Next up is the little coffee nook. I'm gonna restock everything, the coffee and the sugar and some of the creamers. I'm not really sure how it happens, but it gets really messy over here. I like the idea of using this as a coffee nook, but this little countertop can get so sticky sometimes. I want to make sure everything is cleaned up and stocked up and ready to go, because I know we're going to have quite a few coffee drinkers here tomorrow. Me being one of them, of course. And I just want to make sure it's nice and clean and stocked up and looking cute and ready to go. And also, it's another flat surface. So I get that all cleaned off, and it'll really help the dining room stand out. I even cleaned this in sections. First the coffee pot, then the coffee and sugar containers, and now where the fruit basket goes. I don't know why I do it, but it just works for me. I break everything down into sections, and then it just doesn't feel like it's so much. I don't know if that makes any sense to anybody, but that's just the way it works in my brain, and it seems to make a difference. It seems to help. These little plants on the table are the ones that didn't do so good. The strong ones I've already put into the garden, and I was kind of hoping that maybe if they had more room, they would take off, but they didn't. So I'm not really sure what I'm going to do with them. It's kind of late to put them out, and they're kind of small, so I probably won't be putting them out. I feel really bad for them. What are you going to do? I'm going to stack all of my chairs on the table and clean all the bear hair off the bottom. They have these little velvet things that keep them from scratching the wood floor, and that velvet stuff just really collects dog hair on it. And this is another thing that I have to do like every day, every other day, in order to keep control of it, or else I just have these big wigs all over the bottoms of my chairs. So I'm gonna get that done. I'm gonna lay out my new runner. It's my brand new runner. I really like it. It matches the sage coffee nook. The candlesticks, and it's done. So here is the kitchen. Ugh. I don't know if anybody can relate with this or not, but sometimes I just don't feel like doing the dishes, and I will just let them sit. I cook the majority, probably like 90% of our food from scratch. So I constantly have dirty dishes. Like I can wash dishes and I'll turn around and there's just more dishes. There's always dishes. And it's just me and Vince. I don't know where they come from. But if I don't do them before I go to bed, it seems like the next afternoon they're just stacked to the ceiling. There are times when like I've been working outside or doing other things and I just don't feel like standing there washing them. And this is what happens. They just pile up. So I got them all washed and I got them dried and I got them put away. And now I'm going to clean out my sink. My little dish drainer there, it's just something I kind of came up with. I just put a little rack underneath a little plastic dish drainer and it works out pretty good. The only down part to it is that sometimes food gets trapped under there and I can't get it all rinsed out. So then it leaves a nasty mess. But I usually just do this. I just scrub it out with some Ajax and rinse it all out and it comes really clean. So, you know, it's just a little bit more work, but a lot of times I try to keep up on the dishes so that they don't stack up. And the little dish drainer works out pretty good for that. So I don't mind, you know, washing the sink out once in a while, if that's what I have to do. I got the little dish rack at Menards. I think it was like $4 or $5. And the little rack I got from the Dollar Tree. And like I said, it works out really well because usually, the majority of the time, I clean as I go. You know, I'll wash the dishes as I cook, or at least I try to. It doesn't always work out, but I try. So I'm doing the same thing here in the kitchen. I'm cleaning in sections and I'm getting all of the flat surfaces and just kind of organizing and putting away and wiping down as I go. My kitchen is always a very busy place, so I might clean it right now, but in the morning I'll have to straighten it up again. I'm positive. So I just want to put a disclaimer down real quick. My stove is just a mess. It just really is. I kind of let it go for a couple of days because I knew I was going to make this video. And I thought it would be fun to watch a dirty stove get cleaned off. I don't know. Tell me if you enjoyed it or not down in the comments below. But usually I try to keep it wiped off. If you've seen any of my other cooking and cleaning videos, you know that it doesn't always happen. But I just wanted to put that disclaimer in for this video that kind of got messy on purpose. I hope you enjoyed it. My oven is due for a really good deep clean. A lot of times I just take the front off and take the glass out and clean in between the glass. And the first time I did it, I don't think I put it back together right, so now there's a little bit of a gap, and it seems like stuff just leaks down on the glass, like in between. So I'm not really sure what I did there, but you know. And then this is the garbage. The dogs had gotten into it. I had left earlier, went to the gym, and came back and they had gotten into it. And I thought, you know what, with all this other stuff I got to do, I will just pick it up when I get to the kitchen. And so that's what I did. I just waited till I got to the kitchen and then picked up their little mess. They're such kind dogs. Do you have dogs? Do they ever get in the garbage? Do you feel my pain? So I'm going to get this floor swept, and once I'm done with that, I am going to mop everything. I'm going to have to mop all of the rooms. I like to save that for last because it's such a big chore. When we lived in the house before this one, it was all carpet, everything except for the kitchen and the bathrooms. And I promised myself that when I moved, I would not have carpet. I really don't care for it, like in the main rooms. Like bedroom I think is great, you know, kind of helps keep the floor warm and stuff like that. But for me personally, I think carpet and wood floors are just a preference thing. I think carpet can make a room look very beautiful, but for me you notice I don't even really have throw rugs or anything. I just really don't care for it. That's just my preference. But this can be a chore. But could you imagine if I had carpet throughout all of this house? You've seen how much dust and dog hair I sweep up. My vacuum sweeper would be plugged up all the time. I just already know it. Now I did clean the bathroom, but I did not put it in the video because my bathroom needs to be completely renovated. It's just not a very pretty room. It's one of the next big projects we have coming up. I have no idea when we're going to do it, the next couple years probably, but I'm not really going to put it in a video at all. I just don't feel comfortable doing that. But anywho, so I'm going to get these floors mopped, and then I'll be all done, and the house will be ready for the party tomorrow. It's not a deep clean, but it is clean, and I think it'll be just fine. I think everybody will have a good time. I think everyone will be comfortable, and that's all I can ask for. And I just want to take a minute and say thank you very much for watching my video. And if you enjoyed it, I would ask you to give me a thumbs up. If you'd like to see some more of my content, just hit the subscribe button and the notification bell. And I will see you on the next one. Bye bye.